Mega earthquake. This one, 6.9, New Caledonia. You know, that place has been shaken. The Loyalty Islands there in New Caledonia, right out there in the ocean, only 20 kilometers deep, 6.9, a mega earthquake. Now, the U.S. Geological Survey, after 25 minutes, has just downsized it to 6.6, but other Richter scales out there are still calling it a 6.9. This is a mega quake, powerful quake. Concerns of tsunami, but I don't think there's going to be one, okay? I don't think so. We would have probably by now known. It's been about 30 minutes, okay? So we'll keep a close eye on all of this. The earth keeps shaking and quaking, you've noticed. And we're living in the last days. We're living in the times that Jesus said we would see these events. Now, the good news is, if you're born again, we don't have the spirit of fear here, but of love and power and a sound mind. And we serve the Lord with great conquering. That's right, we're conquerors. But the world is in trouble. The world is certainly in trouble. The earth is wobbling, it's shaking, it's quaking. It's Isaiah 24. It's reeling and rocking like a drunken man. It's tossing to and fro. And Jesus said it in Matthew 24. It would happen in different places. So we're here. We'll keep a close eye on all of it. I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy. We're living in the last days. It has turned cold. It went from 52 degrees to 30 degrees here in Indiana, and a small tornado touched down in Frankfort, Indiana, not far from where I live. Some strange weather last night. We'll keep an eye on that. Extreme weather conditions. I'll be back with more. Give your life to Jesus Christ. We're in the last days.
Quakes off of New Caledonia, the first one being a 7.2. It was shallow, only 10 kilometers in depth, or just over 6 miles in depth. It was right along the South New Hebrides Trench. There is no tsunami warnings or watches right now. I know already there's people already posting that there is a tsunami warning, but there isn't. Then just 12 minutes later, there was a 5.4 earthquake. Same depth and same location. And then 4 minutes later, there was a 5.2, the same area. And just before this, you could say it was probably a foreshock. There was a 4.8 on the Solomon Islands. It was shallow, 3.5 kilometers in depth, or just a little bit deeper than 2 miles. Those that follow my blogs, remember, I tell you, any earthquake has a 5% chance of being a foreshock for something much larger. It may be just a matter of hours. It may be days, weeks, or even a year later. But they still have the potential of being a foreshock for something much larger. As you can see here, this is off the coast of Australia. They have a magnitude 3.3 today near Muswell Brook, and for some reason, because of lack of data, they can't say how deep it was or anything like that. That was at 5:44 Universal Time, and it looks like 8:44 Australian Time. Australia is gauging this earthquake at a 7.3, not a 7.2 like USGS is. USGS often downgrades these earthquakes. Up in the northwest, there was a 5.2 earlier today. That was Nicobar Islands, India. That was at 10:55 Universal Time, or 10:36 Australian Time, it looks like. And besides being a foreshock, an earthquake of, something much larger, these earthquakes can also trigger other earthquakes to happen in other locations. Alright, put your thoughts and comments down below. Bookmark my site. I'll keep you up to date. Please stay safe, and I will talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.
Earthquake has struck in the South Pacific. The quake struck this morning about 45 miles east of Tadine, in the Loyalty Islands of New Caledonia. The United States Geological Survey (USGS) reported the tremor at 8:25 p.m. in the evening, or 9:25 a.m. 25 GMT, at a shallow depth of 13 kilometers 8 miles. The Pacific Tsunami Warning Center said in a statement that a destructive Pacific-wide tsunami was not expected and there was no tsunami threat to Hawaii. The quake was initially recorded as 6.6 magnitude, but is now being reported as 6.4. There has been no reports of damage or injuries so far. The French territory of New Caledonia is located around 914 miles from the east coast of Australia and 979 miles north of New Zealand. New Caledonia is popular with tourists for its beaches and coral reefs. The islands fall within the so-called Ring of Fire, a large area sweeping around the Pacific Ocean where 90% of the world's earthquakes occur. In October, a 6.8 magnitude quake rocked east of the region's capital Noumea.